The following program is brought to you by the Realm of Collectors. Please stand by and take your seats.
Good evening, and welcome to Masterpiece Jeppy's Theatre. If you would please kindly take your seats, the show will begin momentarily.
Oh, am I going? Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
What? No. What? No.
Huh? What? No? We're not doing that? I mean, I thought you were ready. I was going to go. He's peeking again. Okay, listen, I'm not going to say it because if I say his name, then people are going to go all fussy. Like, Lord, oh my God. Creepy bloke. Realm of Collectors proudly brings to you Josh peeking over the fucking camera. Look, he's creep. God, it's funny. It's like a peeping Tom in the goddamn in the show. You're like, what the shit? Oh my God. Oh, that's great, man.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, it's fucking great. You do look like a fucking little peeping Tom. You're like, oh, you got that shit down. I like the faces you make. It's great.
Yeah, it's this face.
Holy shit, that's beautiful, man.
Stretching your face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, I feel like I gotta call the cops or something. Like fucking stalker. I don't know.
So unsteady.
Okay, well, fine, Josh. Since you fucked up my brilliant intro, you do it now.
Oh no, I was just fucking with you. Hey, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to pop in we were fucking around, before we started the show, and I just kept doing that and fucking with them. I was like, you know what? I'll just pop in like that, and I thought it was fun. But we're short tonight. We're down a Nick and we're down a Rob.
I'm short every night.
Man.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true.
Yeah, and as far as those two go, we just decided to part ways. We wish them the best,
No,
we wish them the best. We wish them.
We really
wish them the very best on their future endeavors.
I hope that they get infested. I hope that the fleas of 1,000 camels. I hope the fleas of 1,000 camels infest their crotches and their arms be forever too short to scratch.
You gotta be careful in 2020 wishing things on people because you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Apparently, but think about what he wished on him: the fleas from 1,000 camels. When the fuck are they going to come into contact with a camel?
That's Florida.
Well, at a petting zoo.
Fucking know.
That's Florida.
Hey, you know what? That's true. God damn, you're right.
There's probably pet camels down there.
Oh, I saw this thing in Florida.
There's all kinds of shit down there.
There was a kangaroo running wild. And there was this big police
dude,
trying to track this thing down. It was hilarious. I said,
wasn't that where the Tiger King's place was in Tampa, right?
No,
his is in Oklahoma.
He's in Oklahoma.
Carol Baskin's place is down in Oklahoma.
Oh, it was Carol and thing. Oh, yeah, that's
Carol Baskin.
That's his husband. Okay, yeah.
Carol Baskin. Her location's about 15 minutes from Nick.
Allegedly.
Oh no,
wow!
It is.
Nick's
it
that
is
close. Oh,
yeah. Nick's 15 minutes away from.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I'm surprised Nick is not going by there. Anyway.
Oh, he's been there.
Who said that? Nick's looking for dead bodies. He's going to look for the dead bodies.
He volunteers out there. In fact, that's why he's not here tonight, because they've got a big show tomorrow. They're opening back
in there
up for the
intern-
public, and he's got to help on the guided tours. They won't let, he has to tour the elderly. They won't let him near the little kids for some reason. They said he had to stay at least 50 yards away. I don't know why. He told us that he went to get, snake food for his 2 snakes, and the live rats escaped on his way home and were freaking out on the car seat next to him. But I don't believe that. He's really at Carol's fucking zoo.
Carol, that bitch.
I mean,
bitch, Carol Baskin.
Bitch, Carol.
Hot down there too, man.
So funny, dude.
Oh,
it's funny how you could just randomly, maybe even joking around, say, "Yeah, you should off that bitch for me," or something like that, and then somebody goes, "Oh, let's go to the cops."
I don't know, Russ. What type of people do you hang out with? Just yourself.
I just talk to I always tell myself I should off that bitch all the time.
He's just up in Denny's late at night.
All the time.
Killing his enemies, all his enemies.
Just the secret is you have to get up from one seat and go to the other one each time you talk. I'm sorry.
I just found out. Russ plays Naked Twister with himself.
Absolutely, dude. And you know what's funny? I always win. Isn't that great? I'm good at Twister. You should see this big body contort.
I don't want to see that. Although I can tell you, I can tell you one thing. I'd fuck you up in Twister because right foot anywhere, I don't have to move. I'll just pop that sumbitch off and
just pop that mug down.
Oh my god, dude!
So before we go any further, how the fuck are you guys tonight? Russ, how are you doing?
Oh man, Andrew, I'm tired, dude. I just had a long fucking week, man. It's been insane at work. So
how many days? How many days we're in at 9? Because my week
when you're on vacation,
length.
you only. Yeah, I bet. Well, I was on vacation last week, right? So I come back. This is my first week back, and it was like my first week back, and I get swamped with shit, and it's like, God damn, dude. And I don't know. It just is hard to get back into the I got the inventory to prep for and all this crazy shit. So
yeah, you always
it's a
get
nightmare.
in some way punished for taking off. You know what I mean? Because
it feels that way.
Consider that too, because it's like, is it going to be worth all the shit I'm going to have to deal with?
Yeah,
it's not like I know with my job, like I can't just hit pause and someone's going to take over. You know what I mean? Like they do. Like
no, absolutely.
Fill in for me, but it's not the same because I always got to deal with BS when I come back. People can't keep their heads on straight.
Hey, by the way, Anna, I'll have you know, I can contort my Bobby, baby. You know it. So,
well, apparently you have to if you have to pull her hair just to achieve any level of insertion.
Oh, my God.
Well, hey, listen, Josh, you got to hold on tight, okay? Just something, okay? Hair's there. I'm grabbing it.
Oh, God. So, obviously, Russ is good. Russ is good. Sam, how are you doing?
All right. I'm here there.
Yeah, how you doing today, Sam?
Man, I'm good. This week's been... these last couple weeks. You know what, man? I'm going to go on a restaurant for a minute. These, store exclusives, they got to stop, dude. They got to stop. They're out of control. It's
which ones, Bubba?
So the ones that I would
store exclusives. Yeah,
I know. They're going through some BS. I was trying to get the Casey Jones movie stuff a couple weeks ago, and then this week it's the comic book stuff, and it's with the movie stuff. I know, Josh, you were doing this too. It's they said we're gonna go live. It was 12 Central Time, but then they just never went up, but they were somehow sold out. It's so frustrating, dude. And then they did it again with their cartoon stuff, which I'm trying to get it on the Target website, and it's they're just not built for this type of shit. Those stores' websites, you know what I mean? Because it's like, what
Okay,
the Target, you know?
Okay, here. My experience with Walmart is that their stores can barely get shit stocked properly. Okay, when it comes to toys, especially.
Yeah.
You know their fucking website can't handle it. It's like, no. Like my Walmarts around me hardly ever. If they get shit in, they always get it later than everybody else. Like sometimes months later. Like like this wave of this new wave that they announced today, on for Hasbro balls, I won't see that for like 2 months, dude. 2 or 3 months, probably after it comes out.
Yeah, after it comes out, probably. Because my thing is, it's like I like that they drop it or that they're like it's ready to go and you can buy it right now. But I don't understand. Like with GameStop, it was really easy. They just did pre-orders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't have to sweat it out because it's like I want to be fucking sitting in front of my computer all day, checking, refreshing the page, trying to get this toy. Like I got the money in my bank account. Let me buy it. You know. Whatever.
And Josh, what was the situation you had, Josh, where they said it was supposed to go live at a certain time, and then it fucking went live early?
That's what we were talking
sold
about.
Out.
The Casey Jones Raphael 2-pack last week.
That was the one, right?
Well, this morning that Black Series was supposed to go live at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they had everything listed and showing everything in stock, but everything was listed as action figure, not Clone Trooper, not Ahsoka, and you didn't know what the fuck you were buying. And then it's supposed to go live at 10. At 10:05, it was sold the fuck out. And then at 10:19, they put the pictures up with the descriptions of what they were supposed to be. And they're all sold out.
All these people watching Black Series groups, they're like, I got 5 figures. I don't know what I got, but I got 5 figures. And it's like...
So they just ordered 5 random figures.
Yeah. And that's especially different, like kind of rare for Hasbro because all those 4 figures in that wave, like we didn't see prototypes, we didn't see them at a con or anything. Like they just like literally yesterday, they're like when we got the first pictures of them, they had packaged like pictures of them, and then today they dropped, man. And it's I don't know how I feel about it, just because, and I don't mind paying a little bit in the aftermarket, but like for as far as the NECA stuff goes, these might as well be fucking eBay exclusives because somehow people buy all of them up, and it's like the 2-pack I was looking for today, retail for $50, and I kind of tell myself like, all right, I'll pay $90 for it, $10 shipping, and then $30 for not having to hunt it down, and that's kind of my limit. But like people had up for like $150 and $200, and they were selling too, man. So it's like, fuck, I don't want it that bad, I got hooked up with the movie stuff by a buddy of mine, but yeah, it's just a mess, dude. NECA, I know they're a small company, but they're frustrating to deal with. I wish that someone else was making this movie turtle stuff, and I didn't have to. But then Bandai kind of did the same thing with their like quote unquote SDCC stuff. They put it up, it's sold out, and then they put out like a social media post, and they're like, hey, like we see the demand, and we're gonna put out more at these times, and they're like they keep dropping them like as the day goes on. So that's cool. Then one's coming up in about 15 minutes. I might have to try to grab some stuff.
How's man? It was
Josh. How are you doing, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
How are you,
dude? It was hot. Man? It was hot as fuck today. It was hot as fuck. How hot was it where you were? It was 97 degrees here and like 100% humidity. It actually came one of those heavy afternoon thunderstorms. So
yeah, we were like 95 here, but we were like 100% humidity.
Yeah, that's what it was. Really high humidity around here.
How does man? I hate high levels of humidity. How does it leave you feeling?
Me?
Yeah.
Moist, man.
Moist. You bitches. You set that up like a fucking lob. Here you go. Look.
Speaking of moist.
If you guys got money in your PayPal accounts,
you can now.
You can get your
very own exclusive Moisture Piece Shit Piece Russ the Moist caricature T-shirt in color.
Yeah, thanks to Jason for putting that in color. That was not me. That was
Look at
Jason.
that. It's available in sizes
And-
small to 5X and the classic T or
Listen,
3X.
you understand that
No, 5X. Got 5X
there they
up
go,
there.
there they go.
Those are the talls.
you understand my wife is watching this show tonight, right?
And it's live. It's live. It's at the MPSP merch store.
Oh
I
my
got mine.
fucking
It'll be here,
god!
Wednesday, I think.
Oh, did you order one already?
I did.
By the way, for everybody out there, everyone listening or watching, or I'm going to tell you guys, I did not know about this. This is a surprise to me. I'm genuinely serious.
Real quick, we
No
got
clue that they were.
You didn't know about this because I was still putting it together before you got in here, and when you got in, I had just sent Sam the link to this, and we talked about doing this. I was like, Sam, I'm going to get to you and ask you how you've been.
Get in there, guys. Order your shirts. Wear them around Russ. Make them mad.
You can get it in white, black, or gray. Your very own Russ the Moist shirt. In fact, Sam, post the link to it. Post the link to it in the chat so they can go ahead and order one now.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah, Sam, post the fucking link. That's great. You're in the chat.
You know, if
Sure.
times, given everything that's going on, money's tight. But just think that you're supporting the good cause of getting on Russ's nerves. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a great cause.
There is no cause more worthy than irritating the shit out of Russ with the word moist. And just seeing that
Trust
image
me.
of him just dripping, looking like a goddamn melted candle, fucking just sweat bubbling up.
And I love that Jason gave me the pink towel.
Look at him! Look at the look on his face! He's like, you motherfuckers. Man. Oh, I love you, Russ.
Yeah. It all comes from a place of
love. You know what they say? You know how they say, with friends like you, who needs enemies? What the fuck?
Guys, keep it a buck with you, so. Oh, man.
Yeah, guys, go ahead. Buy a fucking shirt. That way it lets me know who to target when I go on my shooting rampage. God. Joke, by the way, just in case anybody's going, oh my god, no, I was kidding. I'm not going to shoot anyone. But I know, right? And we're like, this guy just threatened to. No. Joking, never. No. Yeah. Fucking awesome. Jason, I love you, Russ. Sure you do. Jason, you love me. Fucking.
What was funny? When Sam did that promo earlier today, I sent him a message about 6 o'clock. I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking load this as a Teespring design and as a joke. And he's like, do it.
Okay,
so I was going to, and then like at 8:30 when I was pulling everything up, Jason sent me that colorized version of it, and I was like, oh.
So Sam, you drew it, Sam?
Yeah, and then Jason added the colors to it.
Is there anything on the back of the shirt?
No.
Thank
Do you
God.
want there to be?
Oh, God, what?
I mean,
No.
I can alter it.
Shit,
It's fine. Just, that's enough.
On the back.
Big letters just dripping. Big pink drippy letters moist with just little water drips.
You know, EE, it figures you would be one of the first to order that shit just to fucking piss me off. Go ahead, EE.
Well,
that's great.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, Nick had joked about how, well, he was actually serious, but he did it in a joking manner, how he wanted like a caricature shirt for each one of us.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He said that a while back.
I thought he was.
I mean,
I guess I'm the first. I guess I'm the first victim.
You were the guinea pig.
Honoree.
Well, I mean, I don't mind having something poked fun at me, you know. I mean,
he got one. Anna got one too. Hell yeah, man.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
What the fuck is wrong with you people, dude? And then, you know what? I was looking at this fucking chat. These fuckers are killing me, dude. Oh my God.
For the support, guys. You know what I mean? Hey, support a good cause.
Yeah, support a good cause.
Support a good cause.
Sure.
Get on Russ's
You know,
nerves.
it's a time to think about other people besides just ourselves right now. You know what I mean?
No, you got to have
And,
compassion.
I can't wait to get my
exactly.
articulated.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, man. Thank you. That's what this show's all about.
Horrible stuff. Terrible. I gotta get some toys. Get my fucking mind off the shit.
But anything else going
No,
on?
Anna, not those kind of toys,
Real
Anna.
world
Damn,
stuff.
sorry.
I've just been playing The Witcher 3 like mad for the past month. After I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, I started on The Witcher 3. And
How was that?
Both games quite excellent. That version of 7, phenomenal.
Is there any? Because I know that's like a Square Enix makes that, right? Is there any possibility that comes to the Switch?
Eventually, but it won't be until next year. Because
that's cool.
It's a Sony exclusive for the first year, and then it will be on both the Xbox and the Switch next year.
Hell yeah! Okay, cool. I will wait then. Yeah, I'm about to finish Dragon Quest. I'm about to start Octopath.
Oh, I love Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, I've been watching reviews and stuff, and I'm excited, man. I love a fucking JRPG, dude. That's my.
I do too, and that's why I really love this Witcher 3. I played through it the first time. I was like, man, that was a great story. And it's like, well, there's multiple endings you can get to the game. And I was like, well, let's try for another one of these endings. And I was like, this game's fun enough to where I'm going to trophy grind / achievement grind, because on Sony it's trophies and Xbox it's achievements. And but they're the same thing regardless for whichever platform you're on. Also on Steam. So one of them was to finish the game on Death March, which is the ultimate difficulty. There is shit, like I was level 73 when I finished it today, and there was shit that could one-hit kill me. I mean, that's how difficult that game was. But
let me ask you, does everything level up with you?
Yes. Like when I beat it the first time, I beat it on normal difficulty. Played through it on normal difficulty the first time, and it says now you can do New Game Plus. And it's like, well, I'm gonna go for the trophies. Let's start on Death March, because there were one trophy for finish on, blood of whatever, blood of bones or something level, and then Death March level, which was the ultimate level. I was like, well, if there's two, I'll just do the ultimate and get both of them at the same time instead of doing 3 playthroughs. And that's what I did. And it took me like 2.5 weeks just to do the main story on New Game Plus, because the first time I finished, it was like level 41 or 42. And I was like, I'll start back over. Well, everything was like level 45. So stuff was stronger than I was. Little scrub enemies when you first start is actually stronger than you when you start back over. And I was like, oh fuck, and they were whipping my ass.
Yeah, man. I started this one. I leveled up like a lot at the beginning, and I think and then like kind of just as I went, like I would just take like, for the next hour, I'm just gonna level up, and then like I would do that a lot, like playing this game. And I think I did it too much, because once I got to like the midpoint, everything was kind of easy. You know what I mean?
That's half the fun, though. Is like you grind and grind and grind and level up until you get to a point where you start whipping the shit out of something. And then when you move on to a new area and you think, well, this should be no problem, and then all of a sudden you start getting your ass handed to you. You didn't overdo it. So
yeah. Cool, man.
But yeah, I've been playing that. I've still got a few trophies to finish up, but I absolutely enjoy that game very, very much. So much that even though I own the first one on disc, I bought it for the PC when it first came out, I never played it. And when I tried to install it a few months back after the show, my PC wouldn't run it because it's so old, because it came out in like 2009 or something like that. Dude. Yeah, so.
Yes.
But Steam had it on sale last week. The first game complete edition and the second game complete edition. I got them for a combined total of $4.48 for both games.
Hey, nice. Nice.
Yeah, they throw some crazy stuff out there, man. I feel like this guy kind of randomly, Steam does.
That's cool, man. I gotta start playing.
Steam Summer Show.
Oh yeah.
I need to start playing. I need to start playing more games. All I've been playing is Madden lately, and when I went to play Destiny with my kid, I was like, I just stared at it. I was like, I forgot how to play this. I just forgot. It's like I haven't played anything else. It's been all Madden, dude. It's all I've been playing. Like I don't even think I remember how to play Skyrim. That's like so simple. I think I forgot.
Dude,
Damn.
you would love.
I just haven't played anything else.
You would love The Witcher then because it plays a lot like Skyrim.
Well, I can tell you something about. I liked the show on Netflix.
Yeah.
So everyone was telling me that everyone's been telling me that the game is awesome. So, and I like story-driven games, so I'm into that kind of stuff.
Too. That's how you know it's a good game. Like.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fucking content. A lot of stuff to do. It will keep you. Like I said, I've played since April 10th when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. I've played 3 games to their completion. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, Spider-Man, and then Witcher 3. That's all I've done for the past, April, May, June, and half of July. 3.5 months, I've played through 3 games. And I'm about to finish up everything on The Witcher. It'll probably take me another week to finish all the other content up.
When you do that, Josh, do you like kind of strictly play one game at a time?
Only one at a time.
Dude, me too.
Anything else. Because if I go to something else, I have a hard time going back to what I was doing before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's I do. Because I pretty much like on my own only do RPGs.
Same.
So like I'll do the same thing. Like I'm gonna play one all the way through, and it's like it's good when you're like thinking about it when you're not playing it. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
But then I'll go like my son, like he plays. So like he'll want me to play like Mario Kart or Super Smash Brothers with them, and that's always hard to do. Is like to get like because I'm like playing Super Smash Brothers. And I'm like usually whoop his ass. I'm like shit. How do I?
Oh man, I miss those days of being able to beat my kid at any fucking game,
dude.
That's
why right now I'm like no mercy, Sonny. Like no mercy. I'm the one that taught him how to play. Like I taught him how to play his first video game. His first video game he ever played was Star Fox, right? On the Nintendo 64, right? And we were playing that, and I taught him how to play it. And before I knew it, like. He was getting to where he was getting close to me, and all of a sudden, he was like making it about as far as I would, and all of a sudden, motherfucker was just way ahead. And he like and at the end of Star Fox, you could have rankings, right? And like my name was in all the rankings. He slowly crept up. He had like number 10, then he had number 9, 8, 7. Before I know it, he all the rankings are him, and I can't break his top 10. I'm like, you bitch. Oh damn, dude.
It was so rough. My wife, Anna, just looked at me. She goes, "What's it feel like to have your 8-year-old just beat your ass?"
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's
sounds like you suffer from lower cognitive ability.
Dude, indeed, I must be Joe Biden.
Did you see that post, Russ?
I did not.
It said like it was like a study.
It's a study.
They're like it links like lower cognitive ability with like not following
social distancing guidelines, refusal to comply.
And somebody commented, and they're like, I don't know what lower cognitive ability is, but you won't ever see me in a mask. It's so fucking stupid, dude. That's like the craziest thing to me because it's like there's this girl. She's one of my wife's like high school friends or whatever, and like she put this video up on Facebook, and it's like you have all the data and every like the most prestigious scientists like worldwide. So it's not like it's a political thing. No, this is the scientific consensus, right? putting this information
Absolutely.
in your face, and then like she shares this video, and it's like just some random old man who looks like he's in a nursing home, and I don't know if he lives in the nursing home, if he works there, but it's just like some old dude in a lab coat, like drawing all this shit up on a whiteboard about why like wearing a mask is bullshit. And then she like shares that, and she's like, see, like you don't need to, blah blah blah, this and that. And I'm like, so why is like that the thing that you see and you're like,
Well,
there we go, like
so
that's it.
no, so that person's right. Every other motherfucker
Exactly.
is wrong, right?
This dude who they don't let leave the nursing home because he probably has like dementia or something. Like he's the one.
He might get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta treat him like a little kid, you know. They feed him applesauce and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
They don't trust him with knives or forks, but he's got all the info about that, man.
This whole thing is bringing out the stupid in everybody, though. I heard that the governor of Georgia is suing the mayor of Atlanta.
Yeah,
because the mayor of
Atlanta put a mask mandate up, and the governor said, "No, we don't want to do that."
I'm like, it's the biggest city in your state, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and you know what the main thing with the mask mandates are really? It's really when you go into a building, because there was a Japanese study done where like your transmission of anything jumps up like 20 times when you're inside of a building. You're behind with around. Makes total sense, right? And so it makes sense to wear a mask when you go inside, so that if you do have it, you're not exhaling it out all over the place.
Yeah,
and contained, right?
Oh my god!
But people.
There's like someone at the CDC. They were like, if everybody just complied and wore a mask for the next 6 weeks, like we would bury this in the ground.
Oh, we would be in such better shape, and just do what you got to do. But it kills me. It's like, look, y'all. Here's what's funny. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask. Just don't go to a fucking building and stay home. Don't go around people.
Stay home, man.
And every time I hear somebody bitch about their right to not wear a mask,
March the 7th.
Yeah, dude. I pretty much.
You haven't left the house since March the 7th.
I've gone out to like get groceries and stuff.
Wow.
No, other than the day we actually moved from the old place to this place, which was May the 4th.
Yeah,
I have not left the house.
Right.
And that was
a
10-minute
I know
drive
you've got
from
a
there to
compromised
straight here. I have a compromised immune system, so I'm not going out of the
house.
So
you have to be very careful.
Yeah. And somebody actually said to me yesterday, they said, "Why do I have to wear a mask if you've got one?" I said, because your mask doesn't protect you. Your mask protects me. My mask protects you because it is transferred in water droplets. If I were standing next to you and sneezed without a mask on, chances are you're getting my HIV. However, if I'm 5 feet away from you and have a mask on and sneeze, chances are you're not going to be in contact with it at all. And
because that mask will hold it, and you've got the link space.
And I said, if I were to get this, odds are, because I have a compromised immune system, I would die. And I like breathing. So I treat everybody how I want to be treated. I want to be able to breathe. So I figure you want to be able to breathe, right?
Right.
I was like, so that's what's going on with the mask. And he says, this guy literally said, well, sorry about your health, but that's not a valid reason.
Again,
excuse the blue fuck out of me for wanting to be alive, motherfucker.
It's bringing out the stupid in people.
It's bringing out the best in some and the worst in others.
Yeah, Josh, that's the thing. It's like the extremes, right? Like if you're an extremely caring person, I think that your actions in these last 6 months, I mean, we're at that point, have reflected that. And if you're an extremely because I was talking to my mom about it, it's almost like you could walk around the store in December 2019, you couldn't tell who was a dickhead or not. But like if you're not wearing a mask, it's like a badge.
Yeah,
it says, "Hey, I only care about myself." And
my own brother and I aren't speaking right now because of his anti-masking stance.
Yeah, and I'm sharing something real quick. My brother put this up. It's about fabric masks. I think people are making a fuss about this.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
and
funny.
that's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking
Like I
for
was saying, all
any
the
audio
listeners.
listeners after the fact. It's two guys standing naked. If we're all running around naked, somebody pees on you, you're wet immediately. This is illustrated, so.
Yeah.
Now,
God.
if you're wearing trousers and some pee still gets through to you, but not so much, so you're better protected. But now, if both of you are wearing trousers and one of you's peeing their pants with both pants on, the pee only gets on you and not him, so you won't get wet.
Yeah.
Fabric masks work in that regard. So
Do your thing, wear a mask, everybody.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Because a lot of people
it's
like
just not.
they got to be out there, man, and they don't want to be, So let's see what happens in the next few weeks.
Well, every place
it's
around
not a lot
us,
to ask for.
every place around us, because I live like right up on the taint of Kentucky and Virginia, right there in the taint. And we've had very, very few cases here. We didn't have our first confirmed case in county until about 2 weeks ago. And now we're at almost 10.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're at almost 10. There's only 14,000 people in this county.
Right.
And now we're at 10 confirmed. We had to take my daughter to get tested.
Oh, really?
We don't know if she's been exposed or not. And if she has, we've all been exposed. So we're fucking kind of worried about it.
Dude, that's the thing. It's like this so dicey, man. I mean, like Sonny last night, like he was like, tell me his throat hurts, and like his voice sounds all scratchy, and we're like, oh fuck, here we go, and then like
Anna's not feeling good now, and you have to worry.
Yeah, and it's like it could be a cold, it could just be like just sick. People just get sick, but now just because of all this,
exactly. Well, she didn't start having symptoms.
Body test.
Yeah.
She didn't start having symptoms until about 3 weeks ago, but the problem was she goes to the only place she's been is to my mom's, and she goes to my mom's to go swimming. Well, my sister is a nurse in a nursing home.
Oh, man, yeah, those are petri dishes, dude.
My sister wears it at work, but apparently it turns out my sister doesn't practice social distancing at all after she gets out of work. And posted pictures of her and her husband and her oldest son, who is 7, just turned 8 today. Riding ATVs in Kentucky with about 100 people, and everybody's sitting 3 and 4 deep in them, and they're side by side. Nobody wearing a goddamn mask. And this was the weekend that my daughter came home and started coughing and started feeling sick, and I'm like, there is a good possibility that you just infected us. So,
It's fucked up, dude.
She's not had any fever, but she can't stop coughing. I've been getting a cough the past week myself. I've not had a fever, not felt like shit, but I'm worried.
But see, that's just it. But rightfully so. But now, because of this, though, it's causing. Like, there's so many other sicknesses out there that can cause the same symptoms as the coronavirus, right?
Yes.
But everyone's got to worry because all those other things won't kill you like the coronavirus will. You can get over a cold.
There's still studies going on. They don't know what the long-term damage of this can be.
That's true.
So it may not kill you, but you could have severe long-term damage from it. So,
dude,
fuck,
I saw this article. It was like some kid in like the UK. I think he got like he tested positive for it, and like he never got to the point where like he had to be like hospitalized. But like he's basically has had a fever for like I think it was like 108 days now, and like just basically still like can't get out of bed, man. So it's just like you fucking know. And then like
it's rough, dude.
Yeah, and like all this stuff with like schools opening back up, man, it's just like a really uncertain time, man.
Dude, I'm furious at the things that came out yesterday and today out of a certain administration. I know I don't want to talk politics or anything, but the whole
No.
school's reopening. My daughter's not
Yeah.
going back. She's going to do a virtual plan until there's an effective treatment or vaccine. Listen, I can't fucking talk.
Yeah.
I got the phone. It was nice knowing y'all. I love y'all. Sorry. Well, the thing is, wow, you tested positive for antibodies. The thing is, though, they've had studies come out. People that tested positive for antibodies 3 weeks later no longer have them. So now they're in danger of re-catching it.
Yeah, dude.
Right, I heard that too. I heard that there's
So it's like until
like other things.
We're gonna be right here. You know.
Oh, I mean, I don't blame you. Man, I heard that stupid. I don't want to get too deep into politics either. That dumb stank ass bitch, Macadoodle, whatever her name is.
Did you just say Macadoodle?
Yeah, Macadoodle, Mac my nuts in her mouth. Anyway,
so that quote she said we're like we don't let science stand in the way.
Yeah. You can't let science stand. I'm like, wait a minute, you dumb bitch. That's exactly what's going to stand in the way.
Yeah, that's what should stand in the way. I'd be like if I was like, I'm not going to let science and data stand in the way of me drinking and driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh,
look at Josh.
Alcohol, you mean alcohol impairs me?
Yeah, fuck that data. It's inconvenient to me in my worldview.
Your eyes are bloodshot like a motherfucker. You've been drinking, dude. No, you don't drink, so it can't be that.
They just got that one big vein.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just scary ass, normal bloodshot shit.
We were talking about that with Tony because like he's supposed to start kindergarten, but then we were kind of like, if I'm going back, you know, he's gonna go. His school's like it's in the same district as mine. It's like 2 stoplights away, but it's yeah, because at this point, because for a while it was Jackie was the only one that was working because we were remote and then summer vacation and everything. But now if it's going to be, if I'm going to be at work too, because like if any of us get it, we're all going to get it. You know?
Yeah, that's the problem.
We'll just have them go in person. And I don't think it's going to last long, like more than a couple of weeks. But
I'm actually trying to keep my daughter like from. It's weird. Trying to social distance in your house is really difficult. But I'm really trying to tell my daughter, like, just kind of stay away from, don't, I can talk to you, but don't be up in my face, keep your distance. Because I just don't want to, I want to try to take every precaution I can. I don't want her being, around, because Anna and I go out to work every day. We got to be around dumbasses that don't wear masks. Yeah, and don't want to do any of that stuff.
Like, you don't know what everyone else.
RJ.
That's the thing, because it's like, we've not even like done some family things just because we're like, we know what we're doing. We might know what like our immediate family is doing, but like the people who they invite to do something, we don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. So you just can't be too careful, man. And I'm like, if people's feelings get hurt because we don't want to go and do something, oh well, sorry, but I got a family to take care of.
Dude, Anna started calling people out that ain't
God.
So Anna's going on that warpath. She's like, she'll be loud about it. She'll go. Yeah, some people don't care about other people. They don't wear masks. She's loud as shit with it. I'm like, oh no, here we go.
I wonder who all's ordered shirts besides Anna and EE. Somebody else, 2 other people have ordered shirts.
I know, Eric,
oh my God,
I got one.
Oh,
and then I got one.
Okay, that's so awesome.
Who else got one?
Wolf.
I know you got one. Wolfenstein? Oh, Wolf, come on, man. Really? My boy, dude. What are you doing? I know we were boys, dude. Damn. Like, I expect Sam's crazy ass to get that shit. My wife, my wife's going to torture me. She's going to wear that shit proud.
She's going to do it because
and
it'll bother somebody.
Right. Exactly, because he just likes to bother people. That's his thing. Like, he's a fucking Giants fan. That explains it all. Right there.
Hey, listen.
Just like to bother people.
EE is a wonderful I can't say it with a straight face.
Go ahead.
Nah, No, I love E to death.
He's
He truly
he's
is
a good dude.
He truly is a wonderful person. He just likes to play
Yeah.
like he's an asshole.
Yeah,
But but
he's really good at playing. You ever notice that? He's really good at playing an asshole. Really good.
Well, all of us can be.
Yeah, I know, but some of us play it a lot better than others. Just saying. But he likes to play at being an asshole, right? Wink, wink.
It's like, there's
playing.
Stop doing that with your fingers, Russ.
It's funny, dude.
Oh man,
it's not like I want.
I'll tell you, man. Yeah. So for those of you who are here, like, God, these guys are just rambling on. Yeah, we got no structure tonight. We're down 2 guys. We had planned out some things, but the things that we planned out,
I don't want to.
I didn't want to discuss it without them, especially when a lot of the things were stuff that Nick wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about the Hasbro Pulse shit that was announced today.
I didn't pay attention.
Anyone
I didn't pay attention to anything other than the Black Series stuff. Wow, I'm not interested in any of it.
Anybody interested in anybody? What you don't? Oh, yes, right. You don't buy you only buy third-party Transformers, don't you? You're such a snob. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm very limited in my collection because of the things that I'm into. So, I buy Gundam and build Gundam. I buy minis and paint minis. Buy a few model kits here and there. But,
well, dude, I'll say that I like how they do this. Like, it ends up being like every Friday they show something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that little model because it just kind of keeps the excitement going, like throughout the year. And that's something I'm wondering about. It's like with all these, like the way that they've been putting out new stuff. I wonder if it'll, once this is all said and done, which who the fuck knows? I wonder if it's going to go back to like we only get reveals at Toy Fair, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, or if they're just going to keep doing this thing because I think it's increased fan engagement a lot. Well,
more people have time to pay more attention. That Cobra Commander that they showed today was supposed to be a convention exclusive, though, wasn't it? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah, that was.
So was that supposed to be an SDCC? But is that San Diego Comic Con exclusive? You think?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know. It's wild. I hope not because I kind of like that they're like revealing shit. It's actually made me excited for Hasbro stuff again. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Well, I think it's that, and then maybe we can talk about this for a little bit because we kind of did before. But I think they are, they're killing it, dude. They're doing a lot of good things, and that Cobra Commander, he's got a wired cape, which is something that I've never seen Hasbro do. I think as far as the companies go, nobody's done that other than, SH Figure Art barely will do that. Like the only company that makes good wired capes and has for a long time is Mafex.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're seeing Hasbro like with the G.I. Joe stuff too, really like pay attention and say, oh, they're doing this. And we're gonna use this idea like the drop down hips. I know Russ, like you know how how SH Figure Arts does, where they like swivel down and then you can move them forward on the ball joint or whatever. Like that's something that only them and like
I love it. Oh my god.
All you motherfuckers.
I'm gonna wear it with pride on our show.
Oh, of course you are. Oh god. First thing she said to me, "Yeah, wait, get my shirt." Anyway, no, I
love it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think what I'm most happy about with a lot of what we're seeing from Hasbro lately is that we're seeing Hasbro evolve. They're like evolving right before our very eyes.
They're getting to the point where I'll get an SH Figure Arts toy in the mail, and I'll get like one of the G.I. Joes, and I'm like looking at them like I don't know which one is better. Like they're on par at this point.
I agree with that. I started noticing it with the Black Series, where I started realizing that the distance used to be like this, and now it's more like this. And at times even and it shrunk a lot. And I feel like I feel like they're making
when Russ gets in a swimming pool.
It's fucking cold, Josh. God
Like
damn
their first win was
no, he's talking about shrinkage. Anyway.
Do you need your sweater? Are you chewy?
Oh, you gonna give me a new shirt?
She's petting him.
You can borrow mine.
I know she's trying to alleviate. Oh, yours.
Watch out, there's a mosquito behind you.
Kill it.
I'm looking for it now. It flew
Squish
away.
it. I hate mosquitoes. It's gonna bite me.
Well,
Anyway.
that mosquito is salivating at the mouth for you, Russ. He's all moist.
I knew you were gonna say that, you dirty bitch. Oh, dirty rotten bitch. A horrible word. God.
Maybe it'll land in the spider's web.
Yeah, maybe it will. I don't know. But no, I think that I tell you what, most of what I like a lot of stuff NECA's been doing, but mostly it's because I think NECA still kicks sculpt, but I still think their articulation blows.
Their articulation aspires to blow. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They just wish.
I would say. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think right now, like Hasbro is like I think Hasbro's kicking the shit out of NECA, in my opinion. I think it really was like NECA's got your opinion, got things because NECA's doing stuff that we like not everyone's doing like that. Scary. Could you imagine NECA's doing that? like I mean like the fact that they're doing those turtles and stuff, those are cool and they did a good job on them, but it's like I think they're only getting that because not many other people are doing it. You know?
They're doing stuff, but then it's like you can't freaking buy it.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true too. Availability is kind of a problem. You can't
freaking buy it. Like those GI Joes, you can get them anywhere. You can pre-order them anywhere. You can pre-order them like
you can
me in 2020.
You can, but my problem with that sometimes though is I just think availability for a lot of Hasbro stuff is really strange. Like
it is online, but like you can, or it is in person. You know, like you can't expect to just be like easily able to find it.
Oh God, if only, man. I wish it was easy.
But then you can go on Amazon right now and get most of the way for $20. You know.
Yeah, with the exception of Destro or Snake Eyes.
I need them. Snake Eyes are getting expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on Amazon,
$35-$40.
Yeah, something like that. I know that's what the Destro is going for.
Here's the thing: if I would have bought that Snake Eyes for $40 and I got it, and I have one, but like and that's how I can speak on it. But like if I paid $40 for it, I wouldn't be mad. It's a good toy. It's a really good toy.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's just I have my certain level of like price range that I'll do.
Yeah,
and 40 is like the top. You know, for me, for something like that from Hasbro, that's like a mass produced mainline thing. You know, but
yeah, and it's like those things too. Like they always come back around. Like you're gonna find someone who sees one, and it's like sometimes places get waived really late, so it's like I would say not overpay for that, but
yeah. Oh, you're going to find it eventually. Plus, remember, I mean, when it comes to this line, just like look at the Power Rangers line, look at Black Series, every line. They always there's always a re-release, or they're always going to like do another run of it, right? Or they're going to do a different version of it. There are, the G.I. Joe line, they're already doing different versions of characters already. They just started them off. They got 3 Cobra Commanders, 2 Destros, 2 Snake Eyes.
Yeah, and I like too because that shows that they're just like committed. And I'm trying to think because each line, because I know Russ, you've got some Black Series stuff, you got some Power Rangers stuff, you got some GI Joe stuff. So
let me correct you, Sam. Anna has some Black Series stuff because I'm not allowed to touch that. If I like a Black Series figure, this is what happens. I buy it and she goes, "Oh, thanks." And
showing them on my stuff. So, I'll say this kind of with the 3 lines is like I think the Black Series face paint is the best, right? But they're not heavy on accessories. You know, they come with like if the character had something in the movie, they have it, and then Power Rangers, you get all the accessories and articulation. and you get extra hands, which is like a big thing for me. And then with the GI Joe stuff, I think they got the best articulation. All the sculpts seem to be unique.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Their
I mean,
plastic that they use is better. They got really good face paint. But if the Hasbro or not the Hasbro, the GI Joe stuff came with extra hands, then that would be perfect.
It would kill it. It would
Well,
be
that Cobra Commander they showed today does have an extra set of hands.
Oh,
yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yep,
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
got
Yep.
one. He's got one that points like this, and then
Yeah.
I think one.
Yeah, that's what we can say. You're not wearing a mask. No, that's right.
yeah, he's like, look at me. I'm wearing a mask. Get on a coat.
I'm assuming that comes with the hands because I think that one is supposed to be something like what the Snake Eyes was, the first release Snake Eyes, where it had the big pack and it's a really pretty box it comes in too. It's got all the all the extra accessories.
Or is that just like a background thing?
What the
throne?
I don't think so. I think it's just a background thing. I don't think it's that'd be cool as shit, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be badass?
Yeah, and I'm surprised that there hasn't been somebody, because like there's places I know we were talking about in the chat of like third party people that make like 1/12 scale weapons and stuff. It's like those are. Yeah, and they're I don't know yet. I haven't got them in, but I'm sure they're cool. I'm on like a 5-week delay.
Well, back when I collected Joe stuff in the 3 3/4 line, I bought Marauder guns back in like 2004, 2005 when they first started up.
Right.
And the quality then was great. And now they've blown up and they're tremendously awesome.
Yeah, Marauder's awesome. We always they always have a presence at
NJCC.
NJCC, yeah, and we're always seeing them there. And they I know, dude. It's been so long since I've been to a convention. I can't remember the fucking names of them now. Anyway,
with they're boss spot too.
They do. And it's I just dig that they're doing weapons for 1/12 scale as well, and it's and they're good. They look really good. Like they're really like realistic looking. For a piece of plastic. They do a lot of good. Like the sculpt work on them is great, man. It's beautiful stuff. I'm impressed. If you don't want your stupid little dumbass Fortnite looking weapon with your GI Joe classics or classified, then get your go to Marauder. They'll hook you up or something.
I mean, hell, you can get a whole set for like what was it, $12.99 for a full set of their 12th scale weapons pack that they've got.
Yeah, it had a lot of mixed stuff. Has some handguns in it. Has a lot of mixed bag of stuff.
Sniper rifle, assault rifle, shotgun, and these things break down and break apart because like they're modular, like real guns are. So it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it's
their
pretty
attention
cool
to detail.
Which
cool.
I thought they were also.
Hasbro was doing that with certain guns and figures in the 3 3/4 Joe line, starting back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. They did.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, some of the guns that I got from that website that I posted a link for, it's like you got like those little like hand grip posts you can like pop those on. I think that's cool, man. But Russ, what I was saying is like I can't believe that nobody has come out and just made like a pack of hands.
Good. I agree. Yeah, you think that?
And it's like I don't need everything, but I just feel like every figure from this point forward needs to come with like 2 fist hands.
Well, it's kind of because you like to have the closed fist, and then you need the gripping. You need the grip hand, right? The whole shit. I mean, you can have an open hand if you want, but I don't really need an open hand necessarily. It depends on the character.
In a perfect world, it'd be 2 fist hands, 2 grip hands, and then 2 just relaxed hands.
Yeah, relaxed or some kind of open hand. If you want to do some kind of
What about gonna get your hands?
There you go. Yeah, let me tickle you. No, sorry.
Yeah. And a set of tickle hands.
Honka hands.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The other thing I was disappointed with though today, I watched it and I was like, oh wow, 3 3/4 inch. Oh, it's just the the 25th anniversary re-released, and I'm like, come on, guys! I was hoping they would do something new, man.
Like the 6
Wait,
inch snake.
they're
The one they
re-releasing the 25th figures?
Yeah, on like old style cards.
Yeah, Snake Eye, on old style, old school ballistic cut back, like the old school Joe stuff. And I think it's Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. And I can't remember who was the third one. If there was a third, I know they're doing a Hiss tank, a new Hiss tank.
Cool.
And then doing the All Striker, and I think the Hiss tank's coming with a Hiss tank driver, and I don't remember if with the All Strikers coming with. I think it's coming with what's his name? Who is the dude that came with the All Striker? Do you remember his name?
Well, the original.
I can't remember the character.
The original
Crankcase.
driver of the All Striker was Crankcase. Yeah.
That's who it is. It's Crankcase. I just couldn't remember which one it was. It was Crank. I always get Case and Rock and Roll mixed up. So I don't know why, but I just do. I was confusing. So
Crankcase was a ginger, and he had a red mustache, and Rock and Roll had a bearded mustache, and he was a blonde surfer boy from California.
He was a blonde. Exactly. And you'd think I would be able to tell them apart. But, nah. I mix them up. But I was just aggravated because I was hoping. Look, it's cool. Whatever. If you like 3 3/4 inch, the 3 3/4 inch, you're getting something. I get it. But it's like, I feel like if they want this,
got 10 years ago, really.
Yes, exactly.
Stuff that I sold 2 years ago.
Right. If you're a collector of this stuff, chances are you already have this stuff. So so I guess you're trying to appeal. Maybe they're trying to appeal to little kids again, I guess, and get another just because I don't know how many adult collectors you're going to pull in with that. I don't know. Most people that
3 3/4 fans are always thirsty for more stuff. But the problem is, this is stuff they've already had. If it's just straight up re-releases, so I don't know.
At least they are. I will say it's cool that they're doing a couple of some vehicles. That's kind of neat. But again, if you are a collector, you probably already have the 3, those vehicles. I guess you can always use another Hiss tank, another All Striker.
Literally in my collection when I sold it, I had 16 Hiss tanks and 6 All Strikers. So
yeah, I'm not surprised. My mom wouldn't get me, like I told you this story before. My mom would never buy me any big G.I. Joe vehicles. Like the biggest thing I got was the All Striker. I did have a Hiss tank, so I guess maybe the Hiss tank was a little bit bigger than the All Striker, height wise. I guess
yeah,
so.
It's still not that big though.
Not that big. That's about as big as I got for vehicles. I didn't get anything. Most of what I got was the small shit. I had the Dreadnoks. What was the Thunder Machine? I had that. My mom got me that. Yeah, she got me that, and that was because I was a big fan of the Dreadnoks. They were like,
oh, me too.
I had almost all of them. I think I was only missing one of the originals is one I was missing. One of the first ones. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was the guy. I want to say it was Monkey Wrench. That might be who I was missing.
He wasn't an original. He came.
He wasn't the original. So he came in later. Okay, so I was missing him. He was the one I was missing. My favorite was
84. Torch Ripper and Buzzer in 85, and then Monkey Wrench, Xandar and Zureta in 86.
Didn't he?
I
remember him
showing 87, Road Pig in 88, Nagahide in 89. So
Road Pig was my favorite of all of them.
Road Pig was awesome.
I just like the way he looked. He was in that big ass hammer. He fucking it looked like a fucking cinder block.
Pads. Yeah.
Yeah. The Road Warrior shoulder pads and shit. Yeah. So it was.
In the comics, he was awesome. He actually had a split personality disorder. So he had like his real name was Donald, right? So he had like a very intelligent. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you. I'd have to look at it. But Buzzer was a Rhodes Scholar or a Cambridge Scholar that went to study biker culture in Australia, and he just fell in love with it, and that's how he became a Dreadnought.
Buzzer was actually smart.
Yeah. In the cartoons, you don't get that. In the comics, he's
brilliant. You don't.
And Road Pig, he has a PhD, but he has a split personality. So he's got one brilliant side of his personality and then one dumb as a box of cat shit side of his personality.
Oh, that's like Rusty only lets one of those personalities out. I will let the viewers guess which one of those it is. So like I just hope that with this new line, I hope that they put some good fiction out. So it's like, because I don't know, like I'll tell my story real quick of G.I. Joe. I was always buying the toys at like garage sales and stuff. And this was like in the mid 90, from like probably 96 to like 99. And I didn't know anything about them, but I was like, every garage sale I go to, they got these toys. So I had like a shit ton of the characters and like play sets and vehicles and stuff. And then I finally, I found a tape. It was like a tape with some episodes on it. And the first one I saw was that episode. You see the one with it was like the window wiper dude, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The Vapor is coming.
Yeah. So like I
Worst
saw
episode. Worst
that
episode.
I saw that episode and I was like, what the fuck is this G.I. Joe show? I was like, this is fucking stupid. And I was like, looking at all these toys I had. I was like, I don't even want these anymore. So like I just like made my own fiction up. I'm like 8, 9 years old. I'm just like making my own fiction up for them.
That was an episode that was picked as fan favorite.
Was it really?
Yes, back in 2009.
Being a young
2008
kid that I was, and I was like, this is not not what I want, you know.
Back in 2008, 2009, they put out 5 DVD packs. On these DVD packs, they would come with certain figures and then build a figure piece, essentially. So 5 of these packs, they came with parts of like the mass device and the weather dominator, and they would have one pack had the mass device miniseries on it, and would come with a few pieces. Another pack came with the Revenge of Cobra miniseries. Another one would have like the 5-part Pyramid of Darkness miniseries. Another one had the Arise Serpentor Arise miniseries, and the other one was like 5 random episodes. And the Viper is Coming was one of the fucking episodes that was picked as a fan favorite. And I'm like, you got fucking shitting me. It's like, that's the worst episode in the whole fucking series.
Like, I don't know. Like I mean, really, honestly, not that many episodes of that series like would be standouts. From the ones I liked were the episodes with Shipwreck, where the Synthoid episode, the shit where they fucked. I mean, because to me, it was fucked up what happened. It was fucked up what Cobra did. It was horrendous what they did. I'll tell you. I mean, and what an emotional. What a fucking emotional jerk that was for the guy. You know, I felt bad for the character. That's what made me like him, I think, so much, because I felt horrible for him. You know, and then, I mean, the guy thought he had a fucking wife and kid, and thought he was having this great life, and it would come out, it's all fake, all bullshit. You know, and it's just terrible, man. It was and I remember, I mean, and it was like one of the few times I was like, well, that was pretty deep. And then about as deep as you're gonna get for G.I. Joe. You know.
There was another really good 2-part episode where something happened, whatever the MacGuffin was that they were transporting to a location, because that's how a lot of episodes went. The Joes were transporting experimental tech to somewhere for the government, and Cobra wanted to steal it. And that's whatever happened in the battle, released a gas, and the gas combined with whatever was going on in the battle transported them to another dimension and an alternate reality.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And Cobra had won.
Cobra won. Yep.
Cobra had won, and we're in, like Zartan and the Dreadnoks were the police force, and Destro and Cobra Commander were ruling, and the Baroness was actually leading a rebel faction of underground freedom fighters, and was in a relationship with Steeler of the G.I. Joe team.
Steeler, right? And
Steeler, He was dead. Like, they find the dead bodies of the fucking Joe team.
They do,
It shows their skeletons and their fucking name tags, and they're like,
you're right.
They're like, Breaker, that's you, dude. And so Clutch, Breaker, and Steeler stayed there with the Baroness and the Freedom Fighters while the rest of the team went back. I was like, it's out there, but those are my favorite 2 episodes of that series, and those are like, that's because of the sci-fi element. It's one of the times that I'm really down with that, because I just love alternate world kind of shit.
And it's like, what do you guys think like would be the best? I mean, at this point, like, what do you think would be the best like G.I. Joe fiction? You know?
Well, the best G.I. Joe fiction that they've ever had is the original Marvel Larry Hama comic run.
Right.
And
well,
he's still writing it for IDW.
Yeah, he's still
continuing that 80s and 90s run today.
Right. See, what happened is you had the Larry Hama. Now, a lot of people consider Larry Hama's, they consider that the continuity. That's Joe continuity.
There is no question. That is the Joe continuity, because it existed for 3 years before the cartoon did.
Okay. Right. Well, what I'm saying is, Hama was there was comics done that Hama did not work on, and there were things that were their characters were, but a lot of people dismiss that shit and they stick with Hama, and I agree with them. I think you should almost like
the Devils Do stuff in the early 2000s.
Yes,
they ran for 4 years. Yes. They ran for 4 years. Yeah. That stuff has been actually scrapped and wiped away. It does not count.
Yeah,
that's when it was owned by Image and Devils Do. It picked up as a continuation of the original series just like 10 years later. And they were now leading New Joes, and it was really good stuff. But when IDW got the license, and they got Larry Hama, and they're like, we stopped on issue 155, Hama's back, and here comes issue 156. And boom, just picked up. So all that was winked out. So I treat it like an alternate reality. Yeah. And it was good stuff. And they did not pull punches, and they slaughtered and killed people. Like, people got killed. Because, I mean, people should. You know, which Hama, you know, he started killing people off in the comics, too.
Was Devils Do was that when, like, I can't remember which Joes got killed, but I know Doc was one of them. I thought they got killed.
Doc got killed in the original comics. Doc got killed.
That's what it was.
He was the second Joe that was ever killed.
Didn't Cobra Commander say get rid of him? But he didn't, and I guess...
Yeah, he said get rid of him, and Tomax and Zima thought that he meant, okay, I guess we've got to kill him. He didn't want to kill him. He just said, get rid of them so there's not an international incident. And this Saw Viper says, get rid of them? Okay. And then Doc's climbing up out of this pit that there's 9 of them imprisoned in or so. And he picks his head up, and a Saw Viper's got an M249 and just vaporizes Doc's head, just turned it to mist, and it just sprays all over Quick Kick and Crankcase and all those guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, Quick Kick's like, oh God, they killed the Doc, and he grabs a fucking machine gun and is trying to fucking fire back and get ripped apart by an M249. The comics were fucking great. Fuck that cartoon.
Well, yeah, you say that, but it's not great if that's like a character. If those characters were like your favorite characters.
That's what made it good, though. That's what made it good, though, because it had emotional impact. It had weight. It had meaning. It wasn't just some silly little 22-minute. Oh, well, pew pew, blue lasers, red lasers, let's go home, yo, Joe. No. That's why the comic was so good.
But I fucking like Quick Kick. Fuck him for killing Quick Kick.
They killed Quick Kick, Crankcase, Heavy Metal, Dunk,
Crankcase,
Breaker.
Crankcase was badass. Heavy, I mean, they wax him.
Crazy Legs,
That's
Breaker.
terrible.
Like, the only survivors of that conflict that were there in that incident were Cross Country, Duke, and Flint.
He told the twins, get rid of them. And Tomax and Zaymot, being Tomax and Zaymot, said, well, we're not going to fucking kill him. You, Viper, Kill them. You do it.
Well, they pretty much said, he said, get rid of them, so get rid of them. And that Hopper just said, all right.
But it's kind of like the twins are like, no, we're not having that blood on our hands. Fuck that. Go ahead. That's so stupid, dude. That's so Tomax and Zaymon, though. Nah, we're not killing them because they gonna brand us with murder. Fuck you. Go ahead.
I loved them in the comics. They were great.
Oh,
dude, I love the lore from that. The comic lore is so good.
I read the comics, but not religiously. So I would like was one of those people that I would read a couple issues and I'd miss issues, then I'd pick up another couple issues. So shit would be like down for me, right? I do remember issues of that where I thought Tomax and Zaymon were fucking. They were way better in the comic than they could ever have been on the show. But
dude, everybody was better in the comics than they were in the show.
Yeah, they were. I think it's because he didn't pull any. Like you said, I mean, as annoying as it is that he killed some characters, but it's because he didn't pull any punches. He was pretty brutal in the comic, you know. I mean,
for the most part, it was pretty grounded in realism for a long, long time. The whole Serpentor thing, I was never a fan of the Serpentor character, and I think there are much better ways that you could do Serpentor. The way the cartoon did it versus the way the comic did it was different, and the people, the personalities that he culminated from in the cartoon was different from the comic. Right. Sergeant Slaughter, for one, was never involved in that in the comics. But
no, he wasn't. Was Storm Shadow involved?
Storm Shadow had been gunned down by the Baroness on Cobra, on the beach on Cobra Island. Everybody thought he was dead. Dr. Mindbender had his body in a fucking cooler, keeping him on ice for his DNA. When Mindbender was creating when he was creating Serpentor, he had the DNA of Genghis Khan and fucking Alexander the Great, and it's like, I can't remember who all else, but there were 10 different ones. Hannibal, Napoleon, the greatest conquerors, and all that. And then he's like, oh, well, I've got some fresh DNA to add to the mix. So Storm Shadow's DNA got added into it. And Dr. Mindbender is like, now we've got to program the thing. He straps himself into the brainwave scanner, which is one of the things I've never really cared for in the comics, because it's the ability Cobra had to read the minds of a prisoner and then implant false memories, brainwash them, etc. I mean, it was a little hokey, but you could see what they were seeing in their mind on a display screen. So, great plot device for a comic, but that's how they used it to create Serpentor. Mindbender straps himself in, and he's given all the informational side into this body and everything. So now you got this guy who's basically comprised of 12 different personalities. Which was nuts, and the minute he's birthed is when the entire G.I. Joe team is raiding the town of Springfield, and he just comes up with a strategy for evacuation to evacuate all the citizens of the town safely to Cobra Island. It was wild, and he was pretty decent in the comics, but Larry Hama hated him, so as soon as he got the green light to kill him off, he did. So he made the Cobra Civil War, and Zartan fucking killed Serpentor. Bow and arrow.
I remember the Cobra.
Serpentor's riding on a his tank and takes an arrow right to the eye.
I do remember the Cobra Civil War, and I do remember, I remember that aspect of it, and it was that was some cool shit in the comics. I got to admit, and the Storm Shadow wasn't dead, but Storm Shadow had reduced his
he went into his
body down to where that's what the Sleeping Phoenix. I couldn't remember what it was called. That's right, the Sleeping Phoenix, where he appeared dead, but he wasn't.
Slowed his heart rate and body functions down to where it was nearly imperceptible. That's that shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this what's the word I'm looking for? Metabolic rate.
Yeah, that's
the right word.
You got it right, though. Lowering his metabolic rate. Very good.
Yeah, it's badass. I thought that was cool shit. That's what made Storm Shadow one of the fucking amazing characters ever. He's got really throughout that comic run, he had some cool shit, dude. He did some amazing
The
shit.
whole Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow mythos and how they tied in with Stalker and
yes,
Wade
how
Collins.
they're in Vietnam, right? Yeah,
Vietnam, they
yeah.
were all in the same squad together. Long Range Recon Patrol Squad that was led by Stalker, and Snake Eyes was the heavy machine gunner of the crew, and the point man was Storm Shadow. And then there was Wade Collins and 2 other guys, which got killed, of course. And Snake Eyes Storm Shadow saved Snake Eyes' life in Vietnam against Stalker's orders. And, and Snake Eyes thanked him for it. And he's like, after the war, when I go home, you should come to Japan and join the family's business. Turns out the family business was a ninja assassin clan. It's just wild, man. And that's what was awesome. That the live action G.I. Joe movies, Rise of Cobra, to me was dog shit. I hated it. I hated everything about it. But the sequel, what was it? Retaliation. I thought it was a better movie, even though there were a lot of it I didn't like. I loved the Snake Eyes Storm Shadow stuff out of it. Now here's the thing: Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow aren't even my favorite things about G.I. Joe. They're far from my favorite things of G.I. Joe. But that was my favorite thing about that movie because it was lifted right from the comics. It was so close to what really happened in the comics.
I've never watched the second one, man. I might have to do that. I saw the first one. I was like, this is so bad. Like, I'm never going back.
Well, I just couldn't recognize characters that they were calling people by their names, and I'm just like, that it's not even about looking like them. It's like
personality wise,
right. The personalities just didn't fit. It was like, that's not right, That's what killed me with it. I felt like Retaliation. There was a lot more.
Palicki, exactly right.
Yeah. But it was there were so many good stories and so many backstories to those characters. Hambo's amazing, dude. He wrote amazing shit, dude. That's all I can say. He's just fucking great, man.
He wrote all the file cards for the figures too.
I know. Well, I remember that.
I was like,
I didn't know he did that until I watched the
Toys That Made
Us.
Oh,
yeah, that's when I found out. I didn't know how I wrote them all.
He wrote the bio for almost every figure from 82 to 91 or 92.
Man,
with the exception of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Crystal Ball was written by Stephen King and then the character Sneak Peek was given the name of Owen King for Stephen King's older son because he was a huge G.I. Joe fan.
All right. That's cool.
Dude, you got me going on Joe trivia now. I can just...
Well, there was so many. There was just so many good backstories to characters, and there were a lot of good arcs that they had in the comics for characters that he was really good at having. And you could you would see a lot of the arcs would intertwine with the other art, like shit. Yes. This is going on while somebody fakes their death. They fake their death to go get Snake Eyes and shit like that.
Well, Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Snake Eyes and Scarlet faked their death when they were on leave with Flint and Lady J. Yeah. They faked their death to go to this Bulgarian fictional country, Bulgarian Gulag, to rescue Snow Job, Quick Kick, and Stalker, who were imprisoned because of a fucking off the books fucking mission. Outback got out and went back and told them. Yeah,
that's right.
That was a great storyline, man.
Yeah, because that was basically what happened. Was in order for them to do that mission, they basically got they put them out of jail.
Discharged. They were discharged.
Right. It was an off the record mission, basically, and so if they got caught, if they were caught, disallowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean, if you think about it, that's some wild shit, dude. That's like some fucking Mission Impossible kind of shit,
And he wrote this shit back in 85, 86. I mean...
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. It was good stuff. That's fun, man. I gotta tell you. I wish I read as much as you had because I've got like a lot of blanks in between the comic stories. So
First comic I ever read. First comic I ever read in my entire life. 1982 was G.I. Joe issue number 6, and
Jesus.
I have almost the entire run of the originals, but I don't have the whole run. But just original prints, original runs of them, I've got.
I remember who was that?
Over
I remember
120 of 155 issues.
I always thought I think some of my favorite things I remember from the comic book. I remember Destro having some crazy shit going on with him and that fucking castle. I feel like the castle got taken, retaken, taken, retaken. Fucking Chuckles was involved with shit too. Chuckles was it, man. That was crazy, dude.
Chuckles
it was a lot of weird.
Original run wasn't that good. Chuckles in IDW has been amazing.
Yeah. Now with Chuckles would just pop up. Because he wasn't in it every all the time, was he? I mean, at least I don't remember him being in it.
His first issue that he ever appeared in was in one of the 2 issues that Todd McFarlane drew.
Ah, okay. I always thought he was
made
cool.
him super muscle bound.
I liked him because I liked that he was like the undercover. He's the undercover CIA guy, kind of like the.
Yeah.
And I loved him for that. I thought he was he's the dude that could be playing both sides, but really he's just on this side. But you think he's playing both sides? So, it was fun, dude. That was really cool. I enjoyed it.
You should totally go to your way and read the IDW Chuckles shit. Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna have to go back and look it up and go find some more shit because you got me kind of curious as to. Finding the old stuff might be really hard, but I don't know. Then again, it might not be so hard.
They've got it all collected in volumes, like volume 1's like the first 10 issues or 12 issues plus the first annual. Volume 2 is so many issues plus and it's all in chronological order, and they put in the special mission stuff in the right order too. Like I remember Special Missions was a side story or a side comic they did for 21 or 27 issues. Was really good, and it was a lot more gritty and used a lot of times for characters that didn't get the spotlight very much in the regular, so he would showcase them and their talents in those.
Billy Kessler.
Oh, Cobra Commander's son, William Kessler.
That was Cobra Commander's kid. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
See, what I remember of him was he was training. I remember him training.
Storm Shadow was training him to be a ninja.
Ninja, right? And I remember, but I don't remember. I never read the comic where I guess they tried to have him when he was going to kill his father or something. I don't remember. Like I didn't read that comic.
The Baroness and Destro wanted to kill Cobra Commander, and they went to Billy and said, "We need you to kill him." And then when he's got the gun, it was like the Cobra Scouts, like a version of the Cub Scouts, but their neckerchiefs weren't yellow, they were red. So when the Cobra Scouts were having some kind of ceremony, Billy pulls a fucking gun on Cobra Commander. He's like, "Oh, can you shoot your own father?" And everybody's like, "Wait, what?" Nobody knew that was his kid. So he starts training with Storm Shadow and everything. And then shit boils over with Cobra Commander, and he decides to leave town. And when he leaves town, basically there was an incident, and him and the people that he were with got blown up by Scrap Iron with one of Scrap Iron's rockets, and he lost an eye and his one leg. So he had to get a prosthetic, and he wore an eye patch and everything. It was in a coma for several years, and that's when Cobra Commander said, "Oh fuck," and he quit and he walked away. And for like 4 or 5 years, Cobra Commander wasn't even in the comics. The original, he walked away, and
it was like
a Crimson Guard shot him in the back and buried him in the woods, and they thought he was dead. But another Crimson Guard, was shadowing, because he always had people shadow his people, and dug him up and saved him and nursed him back to health, and he showed back up in like issue 100, getting revenge and killing motherfuckers. It was awesome.
Yeah. That's Cobra Commander, dude.
Cobra Commander in the comics was fucking ruthless.
Cobra Commander, way better than anything the TV show could ever make.
He was a used car salesman from the Appalachian Mountains, just like where I'm from.
Yeah.
But
it's really cool.
He wasn't some fucking blue-skinned, I was a man.
See, that's what I mean. I'm hoping that they do something where, like, and I'm worried that they're probably gonna. I'd like for them to pull more shit from the comic book stories than the TV show, but I know G.I. Joe seems to like to embrace the animation more. So. And I mean, I do some characters, like versions of characters based off some of the comic shit. That'd be crazy, man. I don't know, it'd be fun, but we'll never get that. But then and then of course I know Josh, you're not interested, but the Transformer stuff was we're getting a Bumblebee who looks a lot like
the mainline stuff that Hasbro's been doing. I do buy the occasional mainline chug. I've got a couple of shelves up there. Yeah. One section for Autobots.
I've got a
for
few.
Decepticons. I've got a few. Hey, I've got that Scorponok on pre-order, so it's supposed to ship at the end of the month. I've already got it paid for.
Yeah.
Got it for $135 shipped.
I think I bought 3 figures from like the Siege, and then I got the Mirage from the new Netflix line, I guess, which is basically the same line as Siege, only repainted.
Yeah,
yeah, but it was a Decepticon. I like Mirage as a Decepticon. I thought that was kind of cool, so I'll get that, and I like his coloring. There he goes again. But it is fun to see what they're doing. Like I said, we were talking. They did a cap, which makes me excited because that was my first Transformer. So I'm probably going to buy that.
Blue Streak or Sideswipe or whatever, but like whichever one they showed today, they like it looks just like the Masterpiece one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they definitely have a version.
I'll say.
They have they did a Red Alert, I guess, that they're doing. Which is basically Sideswipe repainted, right? So, they've got. I like what I did. The Earthrise is really cool because they did an Ironhide that's like looks more like the van, I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking.
It's what they're still doing is like just leaving like the gaps in the forearms and stuff where like the hands fold in.
Yeah, they are, but not. But it's weird. Some of them are, but not all of them. There's some that they clean up.
Which sucks because a couple of the best figures that I've seen were from Titan's Return. The top spin and the twin twist. They showed how well you can do a figure in the mainline. I mean, hiding the fists,
Those were like
absolutely.
They did everything. Like they had no hollows. Like the plastic on those felt different. I had both of them. Like just because I was like, these look so good. But man, it's like that just shows like they can do it. It's just
they can.
I don't know what it is.
They definitely can. I don't know what it is. I wish I could find out what the story is behind what makes them able to do that, to do a figure really good sometimes where it doesn't have, none of the not big open gaps in the arm and shit, and they actually put panels where they need to be to close things up. And then sometimes they'll do a figure where it looks great, except you turn it sideways and it looks like shit.
Like that Netflix Megatron, which I think is the same as like the Siege mold. Like that one's got huge forearms, and it's like, damn, it's like, how much would you have to charge us extra? To just like close this off. I don't, is that a Voyager? So it's probably like $30. Like, what if it was like $50 and it had the panel filled out?
Look at that fresh steaming hot coffee. Thanks, honey.
That to me was shown, but I'm not buying this.
But it's been shown. It's been shown though. Look, they upped the price of. They were slowly kind of increasing it anyway of deluxes and Voyagers.
Yeah,
they've upped the price now, and then.
But they also upped the quality.
They up the quality, right? But we're still. And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting them down. They've done a lot better than they used to. Way better. I would agree with that. But there's still the occasion. There's those occasional flubs where it's like,
Yeah.
dude, come on, you know.
You've been doing so
like-
much better. This feels like a step back in comparison.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that happens with every company, though. Every company.
Yeah, it's kind of what you guys are both saying. Russ, SH Figure Arts, I feel like, is doing that right now. With a lot of their
I kind of feel
like the face paint not is not
agree.
as good as it used to be, man. And
I completely agree with you. I feel like they've gone. Yeah, either they've gone backwards, Sam, or they're just getting past, and they haven't moved at all. You know?
That's a good one. Or maybe it's like, we're seeing domestic companies and Mayfex come out with this shit that we just expect SH Figure Arts to be so much better. But like, there's like that Iron Man putting out from like the first movie, and it comes with like a ton of accessories and everything. But like the face looks like he has like the fucking like pneumonia or something. Like he's like all pale.
He's got
Like
the
dark
dirt.
stuff. Yeah, and then like a lot of their endgame stuff, like they cannot get Captain America's face to look even like he looks like the dude Ross from Friends. That's what they're like. Chris
David
Evans
Schwimmer?
Yeah, he looks like David Schwimmer, just with the Captain America mask on, and it's so freaking annoying, man. So it's like, like with the Hasbro stuff, I don't mind buying it and saying, okay, well, let me go to this other company to get weapons or this and that. When you drop $90 on an SH Figure Arts toy, I don't think you should have to do that. I think that should be the final.
No,
for a sale toy,
No, I agree with that, and that's actually why in the past when I started getting into third party figures, and okay, I mean compared to Hasbro, you're paying a premium. Okay, you're paying more typically.
Yeah.
But like I was getting better figures. I was getting figures that didn't have waffles. They didn't have paint was better. Things were nicer on them. So I was like, okay. So I would just give Hasbro a pass because I was like, well, it's a $15 figure versus like a figure I might pay $100 for. Okay, I can't expect Hasbro to compete with that. But then, like after a while, though, you start even seeing third parties start to kind of, I mean, granted, you're not. I mean, there's certain things you should never see with a third party figure, but sometimes you would see paint mishaps. You can see like little things.
Production errors are just going to happen.
They are. But sometimes you might see, and then you might see like a bad design kind of thing, where clearance issues, things like that. A lot of stuff where the figure you think it should be better than it is, right? For what you're paying for it, but again, value is what you decide, But Hasbro is slowly kind of. I feel like Hasbro started paying attention to people, and it was like, listen.
Yeah, I feel like that too, and I feel like that's something like we're gonna talk toy lines like that McFarlane does not do. Like I think they're. Well, like you can tell that they don't have an ear to the ground or a finger on the pulse.
Nick seems to think that McFarlane is vastly improved. Now I'm going to give him credit on this.
They have. I'll say that because I've had a couple of their newer things.
Okay. Is their articulation better? Absolutely, it is. But here's the thing. It's a low bar.
Yeah.
It's a low bar though. McFarlane's articulation bar was set way the fuck down on the ground.
When you got less articulation than NECA,
yes,
it's not easy to fucking surpass and improve,
right.
or not hard to do. I mean,
their stuff is better than NECA's, just because like their range of motion. Maybe it has a lot to do with like the use, like the types of plastic that you use too. And I think McFarlane's doing a good job of that, but it's like there's still just little things that they do design wise.
I got
like tell that they haven't realized that somebody else has already come across and solved this problem.
Yes,
Madison has the entire line of the McFarlane My Hero Academia figures that they've produced so far. Dude, I think they're fucking garbage. compared to an SH Figure Arts, there's no comparison. But compared to a Black Series, which is the same price point, they're fucking garbage.
Wow. Yeah.
Right, the plastic feels like shit. It feels cheap.
Paint stuff's probably everywhere.
See, Nick and I got in. Nick, we were getting into a bit of a debate about that shit, and Nick was kind of pumping up how much better McFarlane is, and I said, look, maybe your experience with what they're doing now, you think, and I'll give you that, maybe they're doing better, but I'm judging them by what I've had in the past. And not only was there articulation shit, but I've had so many McFarlane figures break on me that
breakage issues. They were weak.
I think that kind of was. He's not here to speak on it, but I think that was his point. Was that he was trying to say they have improved, and I agree with him on that. And I think they kind of vary from line to line too. Like I think that. Just look. I haven't handled any of they're like my hero figures, but I've looked at them, and like I have their Spawn, and I had their that Superman. I sold it, but like the DC stuff is, I think they're the best stuff they're putting out.
Right.
That Spawn, they're with it, and I think everything else kind of behind it, in different orders. But I think it's really good. For what it is.
I got frustrated because it was like I said, okay, they're improved. I said, but they're not Marvel Legends quality. They're not like Black Series quality. He was like, oh yeah, I think they're good. I said, no. Don't you ever do that. Here's the thing. You can say they improved, but don't pump them up more than they are. They're not there. They're not there yet. They're not there yet.
I would agree with that, Russ, just because like a lot of, I think it comes down to their like articulation schemes. Like the only way I can explain it is like a lot of time, like some of their figures look
right here.
Like they designed the figure, right?
Yeah.
Then they went in and they added elbow joints and knee joints and hips.
Instead
so
of
it looks goofy,
Here,
and I think
here we go. Prime example.
It's like
I bought the McFarlane Stranger Things Ghostbusters
those
4-pack.
Oh, God.
These, they don't even look good. The face sculpts are bad.
I forgot McFarlane did that.
I did too. I forgot that they did them, and I forgot that I had them. I got them for Misty because she loves the show. I love the show, and I got them for her because they had them on sale at GameStop for $25. So I got them for her. Yeah, here we go. This is the Dustin figure.
Look at
yeah.
It's derpy as fuck. It's got the, look at this ugly ass hip action.
And that's like DC Universe classics from 10 years ago. Articulation,
No, there's a knee swivel because it's like a ball hinge knee that you can swivel, but you can't even fucking bend because if you bend it, it's going to break. Fucking no. Even though it's sculpted there, there's no. It's like a ball hinge for the ankle, but it won't move either.
Now, is the knee supposed to bend? But it's just fucked up from like.
It's supposed to, but it's a ball hinge. But it just won't move. It swivels though, look, because it's turning it on. Look, there's foot's on backwards now.
Yeah, that. God, dude. See what I mean? That's the kind of half action I'm talking about.
They half-assed. You can't. The sculpts, for the most part, look good. Although these faces are creepy as fuck.
And see, that was always something that I never
any
challenged.
Articulation, and this is a figure that came out last year, and this is McFarlane, and this is.
That's my thing with them because it's like post Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I think there should be just like a universal articulation scheme. And let me ask you something too, Russ, because like you kind of, I think to me, like I said, I'm not as much into the fiction, but like going back to those like G.I. Joe things, like the fun of those to me has been, buying weapons for them and like customizing them here and there.
Sure,
which I don't mind doing when it's a $20 figure. You know what I mean? Like I think if you're spending $90 on an SH Figure Arts thing or something, or Mayfex, it should come out and kind of be ready to go. But that to me has been kind of fun. But then it's like on the other hand, like with a lot of NECA stuff that I get, it comes out the box and I'm not like customizing it or like adding things. Like I'm having to fix it because something's fucked up with it. Or with NECA, it's like you take it out of the thing and you immediately have to put it in hot water.
Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something.
Just so like it doesn't fucking. That's ridiculous, man.
I stopped. Here, let me put my camera on. I stopped collecting these, okay, because, and I love their Predators.
Yeah.
But I stopped collecting them and I started just keeping them in the box to display them in the box because
they look the best, dude.
I can't. When I take them out, I get pissed because of the articulation being, and also there have been times when I've had to I've taken a figure out of it and arm has come apart. And I had to fix it. And it drives me nuts.
I got that Alpha Predator, and I was like, this is good. Like, I saw reviews, they're like, it's the best one. It's the newest one that came out. And I was super excited for it.
Yeah.
I got it out of the box. And like the hips are just like so freaking loose, man. Like I put the leg forward and then like I let it go and it just goes like whoop, and like just falls right. Like you can't get it to stand. And I'm like, dude, fuck shit, man.
My Celtic Predator that I have to use a stand to hold it up. It's a NECA stand. I have to use one of them stupid NECA stand with the claw thing. Because he won't stand without it. It's just too loose.
I'll tell you, man. When you talk about fandoms, I'm in a couple NECA groups which I joined like to sell stuff. I had NECA stuff I was trying to sell, so I was like, let me go in these NECA groups. And I'm still like these are like the worst people in the world, man.
Well,
let me tell you this story. So this dude, he posted a picture. He has two of those Casey Jones and Raphael 2-packs, which are like the movie ones that everyone's trying to get.
Yeah,
he's like,
I want one so bad.
He's like, he got two of them, and he had like I think he said something like he displays some in a detolf, but he likes to keep a set mint in box. That's this dude's business. That's how he likes to collect. Whatever.
Sure. Yeah,
so like this dude commented and was like, no, you're gonna sell the other one. Like this is why we can't have shit because of you scalpers. And then like I started reading it.
You're not a scalper if you're buying it for yourself.
Like I'm sitting in bed at 3 a.m. reading these two dudes arguing over the internet. But so but the guy who posted it is like they're going back and forth, and he's like, no, dude, like I'm not selling these. And then the guy's like, well, post your eBay name or whatever. And then like, but the dude posted it. Like I would have been like, leave me the fuck alone, you asshole. Yeah. I just would have ghosted him, which is what
I would have went back at him and said, fuck you, I am going to sell it now. And I'm like, jack up the fucking price.
I sell it for $200, on Mercari. Yeah. But then the dude, like, he like posted his eBay link and like the dude checked it and was like, he saw that he wasn't selling anything and he was like, well, you probably have a second account just to sell stuff from.
Oh, I hate motherfuckers like that, dude.
That dude is the type of dude that won't wear a mask in public, and I'm just saying.
You can give him every
I don't know if I can prove it, but I would bet my paycheck that dude is mad that he has to wear a mask in Walmart now.
Probably right. I would bet you're right, man. I'm in a couple Marvel Legends groups, and they you get that talk that happen. That talk happens there too, where somebody will post up that they found a Marvel Legends character and they bought a couple multiples of it, and somebody, especially if it's one that's like been tough for people to find.
Yeah.
And they start kirking out right away. See, you're the reason we can't find them because people like you were buying like 3 or 4 of them just so you could hold them and sell them later on. And
Yeah,
sometimes I'll chime in and go, "Yeah, I do that all the time."
dude, I do that.
I do.
I have, and I don't do it too often, but I can like sometimes like when it's just kind of like a luck thing, you know. Like I'll see a figure is going for this much, and I'll just come across it, and I will scalp that shit, dude.
Oh, yeah, I bought that Dark Phoenix Cyclops 2-pack. Listen, guys, I bought that with the intention to sell it.
Yeah,
I would get that. I bought it knowing that I was gonna. Yeah, I knew I was gonna hold on to it. Wait until the price jumped up and sell it.
I kind of Russ have been like going back and forth too because it's like I'm pissed that I can't buy it from NECA.
Yeah.
So I feel like, am I one of these idiots on the internet? You know what I mean? But then it's like if someone, like I said, it retailed for $50. Where someone's like, I got it and it's 90 shipped. I will buy it right now from you. You know, but then I think like with the scalper thing, like if you want to go there and they got 6 of them and you buy all 6 of them,
that's your. But see, if you're spending the money on it, that's your thing.
Yeah.
You also roll the dice when you do that, by the way, because
for sure,
it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to recoup good money on it all the time. Most times, you got a good mind for it. You know what's gonna.
But like here's the thing: the person that has, and I'll just keep using this example, that Casey Jones, Raphael 2-pack, the person that's got 6 of them, they spent 3 straight days going to every Walmart within like a 200-mile radius. And if they want to do that, then they deserve to get all those damn toys. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
That's a lot of you earn the extra money you should make on it. Like you do all that hunting. That's just too much running around for me. I luck box my way into shit sometimes, or I'll find something and I'll go, oh, people are looking for this. I'll grab a couple of these and I might keep one for myself. Throw one up on eBay.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Well, dude, that's the thing with that 2-pack. I got the next. If I see one, it's going to Josh, and that's like the first person on my list. But other than that, if I find another one after that, I'm making some money off of it, man.
Yeah, why not? Shit, I mean, I looked out where I couldn't find that.
Comes and tells me that they're like one of the homies. If they want one, you got it, you know. But
yeah, I couldn't find the Emma Frost one, the her dressed in black and everything. Mm-hmm. And Nick, I lucked out that Nick had seen it. It was nowhere to be found around me. And Nick, Nick was cool enough to get it for me. But I looked it up. I looked up on eBay. Motherfucker was trying to get it for like $50-$60 for it. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not giving you that for that. No way.
And then it also comes to like, there's some stuff that I'm like, fuck it, I need it. I might see it in a month, but I want it right now. So
that's true.
And I'll pay to get it right now, which is something that, if you got the money and you really want something, do it. I'll do that with it. I don't do that often. I do that. It's rare, but I've been there before.
There have been plenty of times where I've paid a little more to get something ahead of time, just because I wanted it that much. I mean, if you want it fast enough, you want it.
Because I don't collect like too many lines really, so me buying stuff is pretty intermittent. So I kind of tend to do that probably more often than I want to admit. But, all right, I don't have anything coming in. It's not like I got pre-orders coming in because I really don't.
Yeah, I haven't been buying nowhere near the amount of stuff that I would be buying. I just take. Part of it's because I've lost interest in Transformers a lot. Just haven't been buying much of that, and then most of my interest has been in, and most of the Mythic Legions that I have on order, I'm waiting for them to come in.
And that's I keep trying to I got a rule that if I don't touch something for, I think it's like 2 months, I try to sell it.
Yeah,
I stick to probably not as often as I should because I do got a lot of shit just sitting around. But that I probably should just sell.
But you know what? Though I like my Transformers though. It's just like stuff that I just haven't been interested in anything that's come out. Although that hubcap I'm probably going to buy, but I see it. But nothing. Not a lot has interested me. And even third party. I'm watching third party stuff come out, and I'm like, oh, that just it's not moving the needle for me. And I'm normally I don't know. Anna thinks it's just because I've gotten into other things. So the interest is just come down here, and I'm so into this other stuff now, and
Yeah.
probably, but even when Marvel Legends, pickups have calmed. That I haven't bought hardly any Marvel Legends as of late. That's calmed down a little bit too. There's a few that I'd like to get, just because a couple of characters I'd like to have, but I haven't been getting a lot of that stuff, And
I finished my X-Men.
yeah,
So I don't know what the next Marvel Legend that I will even buy. I haven't got the Sentinel yet, and I'm still kind of debating that. But and that's something where like if I'm going to get one, I might as well buy two.
oh sure,
because that's gonna be an easy money maker. But yeah, it's just been wild. It's like just like these like in the Necker groups, man. It's probably going on in the Black Series groups right now too. Like once everybody starts getting these orders in the mail, dude, just like grown ass men and women just being so salty. You know what I mean? Like, and dude, I've been like making memes and stuff, and like I think I'm slowly turning into an internet troll. Like
Hey, it's the place to be. Come on over. I love shit posting piss people off.
I mean, it is fun.
Out of somebody, I go for it.
I've been like, fuck it, man. This isn't my normal style, but I think it's like maybe quarantine has got to me. But then it's like I would say this stuff in person too. So I think that's the difference, It's not what I would clown somebody
I'd
like
say
this
it in person too.
One of the groups I was in is a Takara Masterpiece group. Now why would I be in there? Of course, the only reason I'm in there is
just dog on all the shit that they love.
Yeah, I'll just dog everything out that they're like, oh, this Bumblebee is so great, and I'm like, that's shit. And they're like, what? And they freak out, and then you just get everyone raving and I just laugh. I think it's funny because they're easy. They're so easy to like. It's almost like you coke them, and they.
But dude, here's the thing, Russ, is like you say that, but then their first response probably is to like come at you or holler at you. But something that I think that there's obviously not enough of in the world is just you disagree. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, they know. What I'll get is they'll say if that's your opinion, then you don't even matter. Yeah, you should die. You don't even matter. Shit like that, And it's like, whoa, okay, I've really got you fired up, didn't I? Holy shit.
Yeah, and then that's fucking ridiculous, man. It's like, because like Rob's in the chat, and it's like him and I disagree on a lot of stuff, and I'm not to say that just me and him disagree on things. I disagree with you guys on a lot of things, but I'll just kind of use him, give him a shout out. But it's like, but we can talk about things we disagree on.
Yeah, that's true.
We always leave with like a better understanding of each other and why, and I think that's what a lot of times in these groups, it's like people just can't talk to each other.
I think it's because a lot of people just they take it personally. Like if they like something and you like basically say it's shit, they go, oh, you're saying I'm shit. It's like no, I'm not saying you're shit. I'm saying
when they jump immediately to that, and I'll be like, yeah, I am. Just go ahead and go right ahead. Okay. I'm not even going to waste the time to say why you're wrong. I'm just going to let you fucking believe it at this point. Go. Be gone. Be gone, piece of shit.
But then it's like the best.
I don't believe that.
Like you can I feel like you should be able to discuss things like that with people. The worst case scenario is that you say, we agree to disagree. The best case scenario is that they give you a piece of information that informs you moving forward. Maybe you change the way you think. And it's like, and that's another thing is like people think that like changing your mind is a bad thing, and it's fucking not. That's literally like that's called growth. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how you should.
Think about how fucked up the world would be if nobody changed their mind on anything. It would be so bad. We would be in bad shape.
You think one way, and then 10 years, yeah,
yeah, really.
But and I think a lot of times it's like that's what people kind of are afraid of. But I'm always trying to go there just because I'm like, whatever. Let me try it out. I'm sitting at home, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll say, shoot me a PM and let's discuss it. And people that come there, or maybe if it's someone who I know, and this is like not just toy stuff, but I'll be like, hey, give me a phone call, and we can talk about it. But then like they never do it, So it's like I don't know, maybe it's not that important, but.
Well, guys, I think we've had a good time and had some fun
dude.
and a little bit of a discussion and went all over all over the places. But Russ, it seems like, is metered himself to get his ball gag ready. But I'm getting very tired myself. I say we call it, and I'm going to go and lie down because I'm worn out.
Yeah, I think I am too, man. If Russ wants to post the link, let him do it. But I think I'm gonna go to bed too.
Yeah, it's just, I'm just run down and tired and everything, and stuff going on. But we'll wait on Russ to get back to see what he's going to do. And if Russ wants to do a hangout, Russ can do a hangout, and he'll post the link and everything.
Yeah.
Other than that, don't forget, you got the link for that Russ the Moisture piece, shit piece shared up yet, or right now?
Hey, you want me to throw that up in the realm?
No. Private page, fine.
Okay, I got you.
MPSP theater page, fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll
Okay, good deal.
Hey, are you going to do a hangout? Are you going to do a hangout, man? Me and Sam are both exhausted, and we're going to crash.
Nope. I am not either. Sorry, guys. Sorry, all you people out there, but I am tired as fuck myself. I'm going to bed. It's been a long ass fucking week, dude. I'm going on coffee right now. That's what I'm going on. Really keep me awake, but
I am too. Misty brought me a fresh cup about 15 minutes ago, and I've almost downed it, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm dragging ass.
Mm-hmm.
But
same here, and I'm just so worn to fuck out, man. I can't.
Yeah,
but that's cool, dude. Yeah, thanks to everybody for watching and hanging out with it.
Yeah, we had a good busy chat tonight. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love it when the chat's popping. We had, a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
I'm sorry lacking on cast tonight, but but I don't know. And I'm knocking shit all over the fucking place. It's great. Clumsy ass Russ.
Ass Russ.
But ass Russ, yeah, just ass Russ. That's gonna be what I'm gonna use as a name next week on the show. Ass Russ. That's what I'm gonna put.
And then I'll put moist and make sure I'm right next to you, and you'll be moist as
moist ass Russ. Actually, as gross as that is, that would be kind of funny, but okay. And, I don't know. I thought the Trump acronym was pretty good tonight, but nobody seemed to pick up on it. I don't know.
Oh, a couple people picked up on it, but
no, they didn't. Whatever.
A couple people did.
That's fine.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good night. Peace out, everybody.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Peace, like Master Peace himself was here. Peeping Tom. That's a Peeping Josh.
So weird. I love it.
It's like Nightwing and I'm there. I'm like,
oh Lord.
Oops, we're still alive, aren't we? My bad. We're gonna cut that out later on.
Later, everybody.